we are getting repeatedly. So it is our earnest request so that he should visit oftenly, so that oftenly we will get so many benefits to Bangalore. Suresh Prabhuji, I would like to request you one thing. Mr. Prabhuji, even though I was the former railway minister, even though I was holding the Minister of Statistics and Program Implementation, this is the one of the major portfolio where nearly 11 ministries whose works for more than 150 crores will be monitored by the Ministry of Program Implementation. So right from railways, civil aviation, shipping, urban development, coal, power, every department whose projects are more than 150, it will be monitored by the Ministry of Program Implementation along with the nodal ministries. So I request at the outset, I request with you. I want to travel across the country. Within a short span of 3 years, I want to take initiation and I want to hold meetings with various departments in various states, including the state ministers and state planning department. We want to see that how many projects are time overrun, how many projects the cost acceleration is there, how much expenditure more is required in implementing the central government projects. First of all, as soon as the completion of the parliamentary session, I will hold a meeting in Bangalore. I think in the 3rd week of August, I will hold a meeting in Bangalore. I will ask all your general managers and your senior officers, they must be present. They must give me in detail how many projects more than 150 crores in Karnataka has been time overrun, how many the project's cost has been accelerated, why, what are the reasons, and how we can speed up. Because after you became the railway minister, I know that you have taken much initiation. I think you are running faster than the bullet train in the country, sir. You are running faster than the bullet train. About a week back, I saw him in Patna. 4 to 5 days back, I saw him in Calcutta. Now he is telling that today he is flying from here to Chennai. There he is going to inaugurate. Tomorrow he is going to somewhere in... Tomorrow you are going to, from Chennai, you are going to some other place. So a minister who can deliver things, certainly we expect, even the Honorable Prime Minister Modi expects, such speedy implementation of the projects across the country. So my ministry will certainly monitor all the programs, all the projects which has been taken up by the Railways Ministry within a short period of 3 months, so that we can give a report to the ministry as well as to the Honorable Prime Minister, what are the constraints, what are the setbacks, what are the drawbacks that we are facing, where our officers should be given more and more initiations so that they can gear up and complete the project at the earliest, so that there should not be any loss to the exchequer of the central government. Sir, the second thing my request is, actually there are several projects which was announced in the first budget. But in Karnataka, few projects have been not implemented. For example, Mangalore is the only one major harbor available for us. In fact, more than 400, 500, 600 night buses are running every day up and down, sir. So we wanted to have one more train between Mangalore to Bangalore. It was announced in the budget. I took 2 meetings with the officers. They said that it will be done. But so far it is not done. Similarly, 2 more trains which was announced in that budget, it is not done. The vision of the Honorable Prime Minister is, whichever announcement is made, that must be implemented, and all the budget provisions will be made after due consultation with the officers of the railways. I only request, it is not an so-called complaint or allegation. When you are going so fast as a bullet train, the officers should not be just like a passenger train. They must also, just like a bullet train, and they should see that what all directions comes on the ministry, it should be speeded up. Time and again we are available here, sir. Sir, please hold a meeting. About 15 days back, the defense minister came over to Bangalore. and there were about 23, 24 problems between the defense land and that the land of citizens of Bangalore. The officer, including Chief Secretary, Ministry of the State Government, the BBMP authorities, all the MLAs, we sat together with the Defense Minister. I am happy to say that within 1 hour we were able to solve 23 problems which were between the defense and that of the Karnataka, Bangalore citizens. Even now, there are several constraints, sir. The projects which have undertaken, either it may be just like railway underbridge, overbridge, or some other matters in Bangalore, there is some constraints by the state government, by BBMP, somewhere it is by railways. I think sitting across the table, certainly it will resolve the problems. I request Honorable Minister, either you yourself can come over to Bangalore, or you can ask your officer to sit with us. Myself and Anand Kumar is ever ready to sit with them and resolve the problems, so that the people of Bangalore should feel that, yes, this is the government which is going ahead with the implementation parts. So this is only my request. I don't want to make any more request with you, because you have taken up the suburban railway to Bangalore. This was the one project which eagerly the people of Bangalore are waiting since last decades. But ultimately, Suresh Prabhu, when he became the railway minister, myself and Anand Kumar, we took initiation in the first stage itself. Subsequently, it was taken up by you, and people are very happy that suburban railway has been granted to Bangalore, and we will sit together and we will resolve the problems if there is any such problems in Bangalore. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಸುರೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಭುರವರು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸುರೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ರೈಲ್ವೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಆಯಾಮಗಳು ಸಿಕ್ಕುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಕಳೆದ 1 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಅವರನ್ನು ಆಗಾಗ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು. ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಕಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತಂಥ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವರ ಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಲ್ವೇಸಿಂದು ಭಾರಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳಿರುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 10-20 ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಲ್ವೇಸ್ನವರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪೀಡಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವರ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, BBMP ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೇಗವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಸುರೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಭುರವರ ವೇಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಭಾರಿ ಹಿಂದಿನಿಂದಲೇ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಅದೇ ವೇಗ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾರಿ ವೇಗ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್, ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೇಗ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ನನ್ನ ವಿನಂತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಸುರೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಭುರವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಇಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತಿರೋ ಜಾಗ ಯಶವಂತಪುರ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ 3ನೇ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಶವಂತಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 6 ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಪ್ರತಿನಿತ್ಯ 55,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಈ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ನೌ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟರೀಸ್ ಟು ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಟ್ ದ 3rd ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಕಾನ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 2 escalators ಆಫ್ ಯಶವಂತಪುರ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. Now the dignitaries will inaugurate the 3rd entry point of Yeshwantpur station, where we are sitting here. This facility we have developed now. Now it is being inaugurated by our Honorable MR. And the 2 escalators facing our stage is also being inaugurated there. ನಾವೀಗ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಎಸ್ಕಲೇಟರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರ ಬಳಕೆಗೆ ಅದು ಮುಕ್ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ದೀಸ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಓಪನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ರೈಲ್ವೆಯ ಈ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನು ತಾವು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ನೌ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಹಾನರಬಲ್ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಸುರೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾದರಿಂಗ್.
There are 2 very senior colleagues of mine, Honorable Sadanand Gowda ji, Honorable Anand Kumar ji, Honorable MLA Narayan Swami ji, Honorable MLA, Mr. Vishwanath ji, Honorable MLA from Malleshwaram, Aswatha Narayana ji, General Manager of Railways, our all other members of the railway family, and all my well-wishers and family members of the railway, and all my distinguished friends. We are very happy that today we are able to launch number of initiatives, number of amenities for the benefit of people who travel by railways. In last few months, we have launched number of initiatives, number of new programs, number of new investments for the state of Karnataka. Karnataka is one of the most important states, very progressive state. Bangalore is the capital, not just of IT, but for technology of the country. So it's a very important state, very important city, and people of Karnataka have reposed great faith in BJP, in NDA, in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I must congratulate you because you have given us two great sons of Karnataka as one of the two important leaders in the Union Cabinet. The people of Karnataka need to be complimented, and that too, the city of Bengaluru needs to be complimented for two members of parliament from adjoining constituencies who are most important members of our cabinet. I don't know whether any city in the country could boast of this great privilege, that one city, two important cabinet ministers. I don't think any other city in the country would have this. So I must congratulate you because this is the acknowledgement of the contribution of the people of Bengaluru, and therefore Prime Minister has reposed faith in two important leaders, and that too in reciprocation of the love and affection that you have given it to us. And therefore it is our bounden duty to do as much as possible for the state. To the credit of all the members of parliament, but particularly my two leaders, we have been able to increase the share of Karnataka into the railway budget significantly. I must tell you, in year 13-14, or I'll just give you the figures of 12-13, the Karnataka share in railway budget was only 683 crores. In 13-14, last year, election year, it was increased to 909 crores. But there was no election in 2014-15 for us. Mr. Sadanand Gowda ji was the minister. We increased it to 1300 crores. In 15-16, or rather I'll give you the latest figure, in 16-17, the amount of railway budget is 2,779 crores. So it has increased by 300% from the last year of UPA government to the current year. And I can tell you, this is going to increase even significantly as we go along. Next year will be even more than this. This is because, as I said, you have given us love, affection. It is our duty to reciprocate and make sure that Karnataka fully develops. So we are doing a number of things to make it happen. And I'm very happy to say that today we have launched a number of programs. One is dedication of electrification of Yelahanka Dharmavaram section to the nation. We are trying to make sure that most of the railway lines of India will be electrified. Electrified to an extent that will be able to save diesel, use of diesel, enhance the ability of the country to reduce carbon footprint, make sure that electrification means the clean air will be there in the air, people will not be suffering from asthmatic diseases, and to make that, you are electrifying all the routes. Last year, we have saved, our target was 3,500 crores to be saved on electricity bill itself. We have seen all the time the electricity bills were rising. Railway was the largest consumer of electricity, continues to be the largest consumer, and we are paying the highest price to the supplier of electricity. We reduced it by 3,500 crores. Same way as my good friend Mr. Anand Kumar reduced the fertilizer subsidy significantly. It's the first time in history the fertilizer DAP, MOP prices have been reduced. This has never happened. I was also fertilizer minister, so credit to him. And therefore, significant improvement in all aspects of life we are achieving. And therefore, today we dedicated to the country Yelahanka Dharmavaram section. We also dedicated doubling with electrification of Yashwantpur Yelahanka section and Chenasandra Yelahanka section to the nation. I am very happy to say that now we are increasing our investments into doubling, tripling, so that the delays can be reduced. The budget, which used to be for the entire country around 40,000 crores, we made it last year 1 lakh crore. This year it will be 1,21,000 crores. In addition to this, we already issued tenders for making diesel and electric locomotives in Bihar for 40,000 crores. We are already working on Mumbai to Ahmedabad high-speed railway project, which will be at least 96,000 crores. We are already working on with state government, which I'll come to later, but that again will be a significant investment to the railway. And therefore, we are working on making sure that the shortest possible time we'll be able to increase the speed of railways, but we'll be also able to improve the connectivity by doubling, tripling, so that the speed can be increased, delays can be reduced, people will get better convenience. I'm happy to say the RVNL, we did this project, is already working on another important project, that is Guntakul Wadi 225 kilometers electrification, which will be completed in the next 6 to 8 months. What is the benefit of this? Gulbarga, Raichur and Yadgir district of Karnataka will benefit, but more importantly, Pune Dound, which we are completing by 2016, August, that is next month, and work on Dound, Gulbarga, Wadi is in progress. That means right from Mumbai to Bangalore, we will have a complete electrification ready within the next few months itself. So this is going to be a significant improvement for the state of Karnataka and for the entire southern states. But this is very, very important that we have really decided to work on this. And therefore, today we launched this. Also we launched a project for Yashwantpur Yelahanka section, which is all this put together will be something like few hundred crores of investment that is going on into the railways. And this will mean that new 3 stations, 1 major bridge, 13 minor bridges, overbridges, etc. So this is a very important project. In addition to this, Chenasandra Yelahanka section, which again is almost 110 crores project. So you can imagine, today itself, we have launched number of programs which is going to benefit the state of Karnataka significantly. As you know, it's also a duty to ensure that Karnataka benefits more. So very soon, in the next 18 months, in October 2016, next 3 months, I will invite all the dignitaries to be present again. We are starting a rail bogie factory at Yadgir, Karnataka, which will be ready in October. That means around the time of Dussehra. So I think Dussehra is a big festival in Mysuru. So we'll celebrate this festival by inaugurating this factory in Yadaguru, which will create direct, indirect jobs to at least 3,000 people. So this is something which is going to benefit Karnataka in a very, very significant way. So I am very happy to say that Karnataka is one of our priority, and that's why we are trying to work on it in a big way. We are also working on increase the speed of railway, as I told you. Recently, we have done trials for a very important new technology which can run on the existing track itself. Talgo is the name of the company which is in Spain. We invited them and we have already run some trials. It has already gone to 180 kilometers per hour. Now we are going to do a trial for a much longer distance between Delhi and Mumbai, which is in the next few days. If that is also successful, which I am sure it will be because so far trials have been successful, we'll be able to run railways, we'll be able to run trains at a much faster rate on the existing tracks. Normally, semi and high-speed railway means that we have to do a lot of planning on the tracks. We have to do a lot of speed raising activities, which is a very expensive activity. Normally, high-speed